Few things I would say that you do your own set of research. So don't I'm not I will not, let's not brag about our courses and everything. Rather than you do your own set of research, read blogs, read a lot. There are a lot of content of YouTube also. You can read those content also. Try to see how to start a career in data science. But few things which you can learn on your own or to a prerequisite kind of thing is little bit of statistics you can learn. And by little bit I mean 12th level of statistics you can learn, and little bit of programming you can start. You don't have to become very good, but Python is very easy to start. You can start with the programming. And apart from that, read about the motivational things, that why do you want to become a data scientist. Maybe you can look into what already who are into data science, what are the things they are building, what are the capabilities they are having, what kind of life they are living, how much amount of work they are doing. So if you get this data, then you can set your expectation right, what exactly you should be doing and what kind of things you should be learning, how much amount of work you should be doing. So these things to start your career. And apart from that, of course, there are so many things that you should learn. If you have the willpower to learn those things on your own, very good. If not, then there are courses. That's why we have this course. So yeah, that's what I would say.
Thank you so much, Mr. Amit. And one more question, this is out of my own curiosity. So you have masters, you have PhD in this field, but do you have any specific data science tools or technologies you are interested in learning more about?
So this every technical field is ever expanding, right? So it's not the case that if you have learned something, you become data scientist. You always have to keep on learning. So I know things, but there are so many things which are coming nowadays. With the advent of LLMs, you should be able to use this LLM, fine tune these LLMs, and uh, you should be able to create an application which uses this LLMs efficiently. So I've started building those things. This is where my current interest is. And mostly I do research on NLP. So there are so many use cases in NLP where I would like to work, and I'm trying to learn those things. So this is where I am. Yeah, so it doesn't matter what kind of degree or what kind of things you have learned, you should always be learning. That's all.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Amit. We have a question from the participants.
Yeah.
So, if we are working on new concept or project, then how can we collect data set, and what are the steps you can that you can give us as a tip? So, it's helpful in data collection.
Yeah, so there is no, you cannot give a correct answer. There is no correct answer, to be honest. So data collection is one of the biggest and complex process that you have to go through. So there are multiple ways. First of all, you should be able to recognize the data source. So if your task is very specific, let's say you want to uh, use the children notebooks to do something with it, right? So you should be able to collect the children notebooks somehow, or maybe NCRT PDFs from web. Then you should, first of all, you should be able to get to the data source. Then you should be able to write a generalized, maybe if it is the data source is on internet, you should be writing a generalized code to either scrap it or crawl the data to, you should be able to get in some format. That's the second thing. The third thing is that it will be mostly non-structured. So you should be able to structure it. The fourth thing is that depending on the task that you are trying to do, your data set should be either labeled or not labeled. If your task requires your data should be labeled, then you should be able to label it somehow, either automatically, or you should hire few people who can label it, or you should do something about it. If you don't want it to be labeled, then the only thing is that you should be able to pre-process it, and then you should build a channel where this pre-processed data is induced, and then you do something on it, right? And before that also, you should be able to do exploratory data analysis, find the insight of your data. What is the distribution? What kind of outliers it are having? Do you have to remove these outliers or not, right? So many things. So again, it all depends on the task that you have in your hand. And again, data, there is no correct answer for this data collection, but I just gave a very general overview. And A few questions are there on chat. So the first is how to master Python coding knowledge. So there is only one way. You have to practice a lot. There are multiple ways through which you can practice. I'll give you one way which we are having. We have a platform known as Codekata. So you can go to that. They have like thousands of questions, and all the questions are categorized, ordered in a way. So what you have to do, you have to start solving the questions in order. If you are able to do that, if you once you start with the very beginner level question, you will get their confidence. Then you start with the intermediate, then you will go to the advanced level. Solve as many problems as possible, and then you will become master. That's the only way. So becoming a master in coding is like riding a bike. When you start, the first day is very difficult. You feel demotivated. You might feel like you will topple. But once after some time you have the access to the physical memory. You don't even you are sometimes you're riding a bike and you're thinking about something else, but still you're riding a bike. Right? Same way the coding becomes. So some things become so intuitive you don't even have to do anything. Your hands will write the code by itself. That's so practice, that's all. Data science is needed more in the industries. I mean, I don't understand this question. If you're asking that, is it more industrial related products are made in data science? Uh, yeah, but like data science is being used in everywhere. So it's not like just industries, even service based companies, people are using data science, right? So for insights, statistical insights, they're using data science. So every places they have. I've learned Python full stack, learned NumPy, Pandas, take data science for me. I'm very confused because I got completed. So you're already halfway through. If you have learned these things, so if you have learned Python full stack, which means you know either Flask framework or Django framework, right? And you already know NumPy and Pandas, so you're already halfway through. The only thing that you have to learn is the few statistical methods, a little bit of maths, machine learning, and deep learning. If you're able to do this, you can kickstart your career as data scientist. Sir, how many projects are important? So there is no answer. The more is better. The quality also matters. So some people could do 5 projects, but those 5 projects are very simple and very straightforward. You could do one project which is extraordinary, something out of the blue. You have designed your own project and you have done something. So it will have a lot of value. So it all depends the type and the quality of the project.